What is up, YouTube? LazeeLlama here, and here we are back with some Clicker Heroes. We're here on clan number 3, domination 3 here, and we lost a member, so we have another free spot. We lost Aries 2, assuming he just decided he didn't want to play on it. He did say a couple things in here about saying like he was like 1,000 sub, which I don't know if Aries 2 was. Maybe it was around that time actually, because Aries has been around for at least a couple weeks. And we probably reached 1,000 subs about a month ago. Maybe not quite. Maybe like 3 weeks ago. I don't know. It actually makes sense. Yeah, Ref. I know that video that I recorded yesterday wasn't posted quite as I'm recording this one. But you got to give everyone a chance to attack, man. I saw that you finished it alone. Again, if this goes down to where, like, I'd give everyone at least 10 hours. If you can do more. I mean, I know some people can't get on at certain times a day. But at least if there's 10 hours given. And even, you know, be safe with it. Do 12 hours. Give, like, literally half the clan time. And if you can't get on during that next 12 hours, then you can attack and, you know, finish it off if you're the one that's going to be finishing it off. But, like, everyone's got to have a chance to get in there and get some attacks done. I can see that today they've already had a chance, but it's only been, like, you know, less than 4 hours here. So, it's rough. Got to give people a chance. Back on the member sheet, I am going to actually kick Puck YouTube, and nothing against you, man. I'm cool. Like, you know, I know we were talking about, like, possibly playing some games and stuff. But dude, with what you were saying, and your zone's not updating, and I actually looked this up, and if someone's zone doesn't update, but they're saying they did, it's because they cheated. I also talked to someone I know that's right around 40,000 zones playing legit, and he says what you're saying you did is absolutely impossible unless you were to be using literally 6k plus gems. And I can tell you by the price of gems, unless again you cheated gems in, which, you know, if you did, it's cool, and I don't mind if you cheat in the game, just I don't want it in the clan. That's the issue. Like, I don't want it in the clan. I mean, to be getting 6,000 gems, you're spending $500 on the game. I would be willing to take a very, very large bet that you did not do that, man. So I'm gonna have to kick you out, man. Yeah, no hard feelings to you. You know, you're still a great dude, and I'd love to play some games with you sometime. But you're just not gonna fit the clan that we have going. Yeah, you're way higher zone than like anyone else. I mean, our highest zone member is like 7,000. Again, disregard my placeholder guy here. That's what this means, by the way. I know some people have actually asked what the PH means. It's placeholder. Placeholder 2 is just my second one. And I get it. The game's very easy to cheat. It's tempting. I don't like it. Like, to actually like play on. Like, it's not my thing. And these clans for people to actually play on. I mess around on my 2 placeholders with gems and stuff. Again, I'm trying to get like mercs like to high levels in this. I just sent it on the max quest they can go on. I'm doing that actually on this one rather than the other one, which I was doing it on before. Just because I've been messing around with some of like the data in the game and stuff, and it's actually some pretty interesting stuff you can do. Like way more than like what normal people do, and like call it like cheating / hacking or whatever. Like some in-depth code with the game is pretty cool. But that's not the point. Okay, maybe one day when we're done with the game, I'll show you guys some of the cool stuff. But like even simply just like changing like images and stuff, it's kind of interesting. But it's not easy to do. But yeah, anyways, so there's been quite a bit of talking still going on. I see here that Shadow is talking about up here actually. See a lot of doing more damage, even at like level 100. I can tell you when you transcend, it's not going to be that way. And eventually, yeah, clicks do take over. But you're not insta killing. Even when you're when you call it, you're going to call it insta killing when you're clicking, like, and you're killing in like 1 or 2 clicks. And it's really fast, and it looks almost instant. I can tell you, idle is still quicker. And in going from like 1,000 zones insta-killing with idle, I can tell you is a couple minutes faster. Like, you save minutes in 1,000 zones. And I mean, if you're fine, like, if you're losing a couple minutes, go for it. But I don't see a point. Leave it idle. Get to the point where it starts to, like, you don't insta-kill anymore, and then instantly throw an auto clicker on, and GG. Like, there you go from that point. I think it's more efficient to stay idle. When we get back to my main account, I'll actually explain some more stuff on that, just to kind of catch you up on that. But as zone progressions, we'll go over this quick. I'm burning a lot of time here. So there's 2 spots open in Domination 3, just so you guys know. 2 spots. Keep an eye on that. 2 spots. I know some of you guys are requesting. So Raph has not gone up any zones. Shadow's almost doubled his zone since yesterday, which is kind of crazy, especially if you didn't transcend. If you have not transcended yet, you need to be transcending. I can tell you that. It's going to say you're going to get so many more hero souls. Again, I'll show you when I get back to my main account what exactly transcending does, other than using like the idle part of it. Matthew has gone up like 300-ish levels, a little less than 300. Wogan's gone up, I think, like 9 levels. I did actually remember now. Like, I'm starting to get used to these guys. I think Goldie, he's getting new. I believe he's gone up a couple. I don't think Sam's went up any, and Boogie went up maybe like 10 levels, which ain't bad. But I'm gonna hop over to Domination 2, and we'll go from there. Alrighty, guys, so here we are on Domination 2. And what actually happened is Aries 2 decided to come and request for this one instead of being in the other one. I'm not sure why, but yeah, that's what he did. I have not read any of the chat here, so we'll go over that in a bit of a minute. But I do want to quickly touch base on zones. Jay Dawson has gone up a couple zones, maybe close to 100-ish, maybe. Freaks went up a tad bit, I believe, too. Kev went up maybe 100 zones as well. Oh my god, I don't believe has moved. Killer is definitely not moved. 410's really kind of ringing a bell here. Sam's got up maybe just a few zones. I think he was still in the 50s, but I thought it was like 55 or something. I may be wrong once again, but I just kind of giving you rough estimates on where everyone is. Again, you can check the clan sheet or the clan data sheet from like last episode and kind of catch where people are. Mother Russia still has not gone up zones here. Eric has gone up a couple, and I don't remember where Aries was before, to be completely honest. But Aries is now in this one. So this clan is full, but there is 2 spots open in Domination 3. So get those requests in for any of you guys who've been asking. I know there's been a couple of you guys. Again, as long as your zones aren't too high, we're not going to take anyone like with a crazy high zone. I don't want to like, I just don't want to do that. I'm not a huge fan of that. And again, you're cool being here. Just, you know, come join. But yeah, as for the message board goes, actually let's check out the raid real quick. Who's been attacking? I'm going to be setting up another way for people to be able to contact me, not necessarily just on YouTube comments, about people possibly like needing to be like kicked or like talked to about like activity or something, like just to make it easier. This clan seems like it's the most like active clan out of all of them. I'm going to be completely honest. I think it's even better than the Domination, the normal one right now. They are very active on attacks. Absolutely amazing. It looks like they killed this way too fast. Jay Dawson, you gotta give people some time, man. Oh, it's way too fast. Like yesterday, you guys did amazing. You let, like, look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people attacked, and then you gotta think I'm not even in there, and they didn't have someone. So literally, like, one person didn't get to attack, and that could have been their own fault. I mean, you could have waited the last minute. You gotta give people a chance to get those attacks in. Again, that's all on you, Jay Dawson. You're the only one who can do that kind of damage. So, yeah, man, gotta be careful with that. You know, just give people a chance. I mean, it's only 4 hours in. But let's check out how everything's been going. Transcending may be back soon. Awesome. I think we've read that. No, we didn't. Sam was talking about transcending. Oh, back 2 hours later. That's about, I think, what it generally takes. That makes sense. Finished Immortal. Little. Oh, that was yes. Yeah, see, dude, you waited till like 3 hours before it ended. That's awesome. And then you killed it so fast. What happened? I knew you were saying you'd be better. Again, if you had to go somewhere, I get it. But thanks, by the way, on YouTube, Jay Dawson. I know Jay Dawson comments a lot. So does Eric, but I don't know what that's referring to exactly. Hey, hello. Hello. Oh, you messed up there. What happened? Again, they're really active here. Holy crap. Shoot, accidentally killed. Oh, there it is. Accidentally killed the Immortal. Put out on, walked away for a couple seconds. I take it back. All right, that's what makes. All right, it's all right. It was just a mistake. Look at them. They're so understanding. Back from surgery. Soren. Oh yeah, Kev. How did that go, man? Jeez. That's why you haven't been. That's why you've been not really doing up crazy zones. Yeah, how did that go? Oop, I didn't mean to scroll that. Hopefully he answers them. Like, yeah, let me know in the comments. I'm not always going to like type all the questions because it takes way too long to type everything in here. It's going to be a bit of a longer episode going through this. But, gone through surgery yet? How'd it go? Haven't before. Just felt like I was high. Been through surgery before. I've never been through surgery. I've never had to go in for surgery. Thank God, knock on wood. But, yeah. Was it successful? How was it? I mean, he's alive. He's here on Clicker Heroes. I'm sure pretty. It could have gone that bad. He's on Clicker Heroes. I tell you, if my surgery went bad, the last thing I'd be worried about would be Clicker Heroes. There are pins in your wrist to help keep your bones in place. Okay, interesting. Very interesting. Broke your leg 4 years ago. The titanium rod. Oh, okay. Interesting. Yeah, one of my best friends has a metal plate in his face. I think that's probably titanium. He can't like go into like MRIs and stuff because it'll literally rip his face open or apart. I'm sure you got something similar like that with your leg. I'm sure you can't go into like MRIs. Curious about the pins in the wrist, how bad that is. But awesome. It's now longer than your other leg. That's interesting. Wow. Alrighty. Again, I'm gonna hop over to my other account. I'll explain some stuff about the whole transcendence things. We'll go over the clan. We'll ascend. Get things going. Alrighty. So here we are on domination. We're gonna start this off with an ascension. It's gonna be the best bet for us. We're gonna open up these good old things. There's not many. I've been opening them as I kind of go. Cool. We got one unmasked, which could be kind of nice for a good bit of push. I mean, that's quite a bit of bonus there. But let's get one click in and try to keep this idle going. Yep. Just get a couple here in masked. Actually, I'd like to just get it to 100 and grab all the upgrades and call it a day with that. I don't know how far in this ascension I'm actually going to get tonight. I've actually got to get to bed. It's getting pretty late when I'm getting the recording done, so that's kind of an issue. But we'll see how that goes with that. As for zone progression-wise, we'll talk about this real quick before we get into some of the transcendence talk. Is this real life? Looks like he's gone up a couple, maybe like 100 zone actually. I was going to say a couple hundred, but actually I think it's about 100 zones. Weezus Rat has not. I have not. Wolf has actually surpassed Noodle just slightly. So that's kind of cool that he's been moving up. I think Noodle's transcending, if not transcended. I may have missed something in chat, but I think he's getting to that point where he needs to. Robert might be too, unless Robert just did, but I'm not too positive. Robert probably won't. If he, I can't remember if Robert did, but I think Robert's slowing down on his transcendence too. I'm pretty sure that's what happened to Llama Lover. He went up a couple levels, he or she. I really don't know. I'm generally just gonna assume he, because most of the people who watch me are boys, so we're going with that. But Carhammer has not, but Carhammer transcended. Aries has not. Don't know what's going on with him. He may have transcended as well. Lord Knight and Joel have both not gone up progressions or attacked yesterday. Joel attacked the day before. Knight didn't. I actually just put something in here saying, basically asking what's going on, why they're having issues with progressions and whatnot, and saying that other people would like their spots if they can't be, playing. So they gotta let me know. I'll, at some point tell them, if they continue to not do anything. I mean, again, I get people are busy. I just where they're stuck at. They're at the easy zones. I mean, there's no way Lord should be, pushing zone 1000 like on a nice transcend. At least by now, that's like minimal play. I mean, broken the 200 zone. It's really easy to get from 200 to 300. Getting to 200 is rough. But once you get to that stage, I know he was having some issues, and he was trying to work through that. So again, that's what I'm just trying to figure out. We're here in a clan for that reason. There's the comment section that all the clans can respond in. Like I said, I'm going to be trying to get some kind of chat. I don't know how I want to do it. I don't know if I want it to be like Discord kind of style, which I might do. I got to look into it. I'm not a big fan of Discord. I actually use TeamSpeak for all my recording stuff because the quality is way better in my opinion. But I do kind of want to set up a Discord to get everyone in the clan that wants to join it in there to have a big clan chat where everyone can talk and we can discuss kind of, possibly need to kick or kind of ideas of possibly moving people around in the clans later on down the line, and if and when other clans may be needed kind of style of things. So that's that. Back to the transcendence stuff here. And this is kind of why transcending is amazing. And if you go back to my earlier videos on when I first transcend, you'll see why on its own. But this here is insane. This boost that it gives to your idol, Cielatus and Libertas, is crazy. So for progressing, I mean, just the gold alone, you're not going to make, even clicking, you make nowhere close to how much gold you do in idle. And that is not going to change no matter what. So as for getting gold, it's much easier just to do idle build. Later on down the line, and technically all the way through, you do more damage with clicking. It just applies it slower on the insta-killing. So like right now, like how I'm insta-killing stuff, if I had a click, I'd be insta-killing with a clicking build. But again, you save a couple minutes by, like, again, a couple minutes in the span of 1,000 zones. And when you're pushing up to, zone 4,000 before you stop insta-killing like I was, that's 50 minutes idle all the way each zone, each 1,000 zones. So that's already, almost 4 hours. And I don't know exactly what it adds, but I don't know it adds. It's close to 10 minutes. And again, if you're not really going to be around to do anything, or you don't really care. But I mean, I'm in a fairly limited time slot when I get home from work to do a transcendent or true ascension kind of thing. That when I'm pushing those zones, it's rough. But again, even if you don't go this, there's plenty of other stuff to do. I mean, this alone, you could literally just spend all of them in this for fun, just to make your ancients cheaper. It's only one every time you upgrade it. Up to, I think it, like, I don't know when it stops. I mean, it stops maximum level 150. So right there, you could just do that, and it wouldn't. Again, that's not going to be efficient at all. I'm going to get to more reasons why. If you do go to the spreadsheet, it shows like a graph on why things are efficient and when to like pick things up, and you could check that out. And I could, if I need to explain that a bit more in another video, I could even go into more detail about this. I'm just kind of doing a rough kind of draft on things. But all right, so there's that. And upon just transcending, you start getting transcendent heroes like on your primals, which we'll start seeing coming up here in a minute. And again, this is going to be a bit of a longer video, but not zone 100, but any primal after that, which is any one that gives out hero souls, will have a chance on giving you extra, and it's the purple number down below. And that bases off of your transcendent power and your max primals. You will never get remotely close to this many hero souls without transcending. And this can be from one primal boss later on this transcendence. If you wait 4 or 5 episodes, I'm going to be pulling, like, once I break, like, zone, like, 4,000, every boss past that is going to be paying out, like, that number. And you won't even be able to do that, like, the whole thing up to 4,000, even if you could get to that point. I can tell you, not transcending, you're not going to be breaking 3,000 anytime soon. It'll take you close to a year to break zone 3,000, probably, without transcending. But that's what Borb does. Borb actually increases this number here, and the power here makes it so you get to this number faster. Again, efficiency-wise, it doesn't make sense for me to do that because I use this one, which is also really good. And you could just use this one if you really don't want to go idle. Use just Ponyboy and just Core here for a while, and that alone is going to be some crazy savings. It's so efficient to transcend, and I strongly suggest you do it, as you're not going to get, like I said, it's probably going to take, maybe not quite here, but it was going to take like 6 months of decent bit of playing to like break zone like 2,500, and I'm not exaggerating. Like, it's going to take a while. It is, and that's transcending for you. It's necessary. I mean, even if you didn't buy any of these, the fact of transcending just to start getting the primals that give extra things, and you can watch for them anytime a primal comes up. I kind of missed the pointing them out, but they give you a bonus, and when I'm insta-killing, it's kind of hard to see, but it's just insane. It really is, and I would always suggest transcending when you get, if you don't like to do it often, you don't have to do it at 10 ancient souls, like, because it shows how many ancient souls you're going to get when you do it. You don't have to do it at 10 like I do every time. Like, you could stress it out and wait till like 15 and you'll just be on a run longer, but again, you're not going to get as far. And I can 100% tell you that you're going to be so much better off. Again, even if you don't go the idle way, you're going to be getting either cheaper ancients if you go into this, which is going to make your active ancients cost 40% less. I mean, that's ridiculously cheaper. Like, it's crazy. Or getting the Ponyboy, which is going to give you more, which technically makes them cheaper. Or these and this, which gives you more hero souls, which makes them cheaper. So you don't even have to go into this. If you don't like the idle build, which I don't get why you don't necessarily, but I mean, I do a hybrid build. I start idle. Right now I'm not active at all, and I'm not planning to. There's some guys in our clans that actually I think we go to clan chat. Probably see it down here. Yeah, right here. It's just really, he's the highest zone in the clan. He doesn't even do active later on. He doesn't. You only get like an extra 200 zones. I'd beg to differ that insta-killing wise, you get a little bit more of the active build, especially if you leave it overnight. The combo builds up. But yeah, generally efficiency wise, you're only gonna get like 200 if you plan to like ascend like right after you stop insta-killing. But I mean, that's kind of that in a nutshell. Again, I know this is a bit of a longer one. Hope you guys enjoy. If so, please smack that like button. And as always, I'll catch you guys later. Peace.